That's how I got it, Bishop. It's right there. It's sitting to your left. Huh?
Oh, you
To
know
your left.
what? Let me.
I'm about to make it big. I'm about to make it big. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay,
y'all can see it.
okay.
Why
So
is
look,
dating so
Mm-hmm.
hard?
this a list. It says number one, dating apps and technology. It leads to overwhelming choices and options, making it hard to make meaningful connections. Then
You know
two,
what? That's one by itself. That's one by itself, Bishop. I mean, I know we got to go over it, but
I
some of
was
these
just
are
gonna
way
run
too
them
big. Go
down.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was
My
just
bad.
gonna run them down. If somebody you got one you want to touch on, everybody can touch on that.
Okay.
Fast paced and demanding lifestyles. Three, people seem disposable. The other one is social media sets unrealistic expectations and comparisons in dating. There's
Mm-hmm.
fear of rejection, making it difficult for people to put themselves out there, leading to missed opportunities.
Wow.
Prioritizing casual encounters and hookups over committed relationships. You've got
Mm-hmm.
high standards and unrealistic expectations for partners or relationships, making it difficult to find satisfaction. There's a lack of effectiveness of communication skills, leading to misinterpretations of messages, ghosting, and lack of clarity, which can stall genuine connections. You
Right.
have carrying emotional baggages from the past experiences, making it difficult to trust, open up, and form healthy connections. Not knowing how to hold conversations. Wow.
Mm, that's big.
Geographical barriers due to distance, cultural distances, or logistical issues. You've got cultural shifts such as gender roles, oh my lord, and attitudes towards marriages, commitment, leading to different dating dynamics and expectations. And the last two is you're desperate for love and people just want to play games. Now,
Mm.
that's a
Oh my
lot in
wow.
there to dissect.
Ooh,
I'm gonna drop mine
so
right
much.
here. None of this mentioned God. No, yeah, I
No.
said it. I'm gonna just mention the proverbial elephant in the room. None of this mentioned God. Okay,
Mm.
putting God first and letting Him
Okay.
lead and guide you
Caleb
in all
Bailey,
things.
man, thank you for joining us on Facebook. Caleb Bailey says, yes, dating is so hard these days
It is.
with the about to cry face. Oh,
It is. But Kay, drop some nuggets on why do you what you think about this list, or do you have anything to add or take away?
I actually, as you were reading, I was looking at the list within itself. I feel like a lot of people always want to blame something or somebody on their problems because there are plenty of people out here today. Some people do not have a realistic view on who they're looking for. As and now this ain't on EJ, but as EJ say, most people want false potential, and your potential is still potential. This ain't for EJ. This is I'm not saying this specifically to EJ, but she said that, and I'm not
Ah,
saying her, but I feel like what has happened. I'm going through counseling, and some of the things that I feel like I had a value and so on and so forth. I realized like, yeah, no, okay, maybe I do need to check this or that, and I think people are just not honest with themselves because there was another, and I'm assuming maybe y'all are play it. I don't remember if it was in our group of something somebody said or if it was just something I saw on Instagram. But basically what the person was saying is like, oh, I think Ed, you sent it to me.
mm-hmm.
Talking about the man who was doing like this whole spoken word about a wife and this, that, and the
Yeah,
third. And
yeah.
it's like he was saying all of that. And in my mind I was looking like, I wouldn't be checking for you though, boo. You spit when you talk. You're in public, not presenting yourself how I personally would like my husband to present or be presenting for me. So it's just a lot of different things. And I say all that to say I just feel like a lot of times we're overlooking great people. And I know at one point we even had a conversation about how a lot of times we will friend zone good dudes or good women or
We
whatever the
talk.
case may be
Mm-hmm.
and completely miss out on our on what very likely could have been our blessing. And that person could still be a part of your life and not end up being your husband or your wife. They may just end up being, your best friend, excuse me, or something to that effect. But I think that folks are not realistic. It's like you want him to be able to, let you be able to take these bagels as far as like going on these trips and going to do all of these things. But I feel like a lot of times, you know how you hear you see the glory, but you don't know the story. Y'all be looking, don't even know what half of these folks went through to get these people to be to their full potential. They weren't
Mm.
potential at all. But they had somebody that was willing to put in the work to pull something out of them that somebody else wasn't able to do. And I think that that's sometimes something that we overlook. It's like you say, oh, well, you have, these particular wants or desires or this list. And it's like, you don't even line up to this list. Like, we want people that are emotionally available, that kind of read our mind type situation, but you don't read your mind. You don't even necessarily know what you like. You looking for somebody to come upgrade your lifestyle into a place that you ain't even ready to be. You go get with somebody, you don't know how to dress, you don't know which fork to use, which spoon to use, which none of this, but you want to be upgraded in there. So no, I don't feel like there's an issue with having somebody today. I think there's an issue with people thinking that they should have better than what they're gonna get until they can build it. If you build it, it will grow.
That's right. Bishop,
Um,
what does Caleb got right there?
he has, in my opinion, the value of dating is missing, and God is not the center of dating,
Agreed.
of the dating category. It's important to be equally yoked and keep God in our friendships, marriages, and relationships, and date for a purpose. It's about fully being friends, deeply growing together as friends, and see if you both are compatible for each other and have a relationship with God.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Wow.
good. That's
I
good.
like that. Ed, go ahead and give him 30 seconds.
Um, dating is not hard. I don't feel like it is hard. I think it's hard for those that don't understand how to date and don't understand what level they should be dating on, don't understand or don't know what they really want. If you letting social media influence who you go after in dating, then that's the problem in itself. Like you're the problem, not dating itself. So
Mm-hmm.
like we just need to take us looking within first because I know a lot of this stuff like lack of effective communication skills. Like why don't you know how to communicate? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a look within. That's a check yourself type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like if we check ourselves, if we look within, and we discover what we like, what we want, then we'll be focused. Like people don't date with intention. People date all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
date all over the place, and I do believe that social media is part of the reason why we date all over the place because you
Mm-hmm.
can shoot, I don't like her she got black lips, so I'm gonna scroll to the
Oh, not the
left.
black lips.
Wow. That's
Ashley said
discrimination.
Ed. Ashley said Ed preaching around here.
or she got hammer time. I'm gonna
Ooh,
swipe left.
Ooh, my God.
Whatever. But I'm just saying, like, if we just look within and become focused, yeah, we get you. Okay. I'm making sure you up and say, can y'all hear me again? But yeah, like, man, it's dating is not hard. Dating is not hard. People make it hard. The people that are dating are the ones that make it hard. That's my
Go ahead,
opinion.
Bishop.
Well, I was just gonna say, EJ has a question for the panel.
I was gonna wait till after because I don't know if it's something appropriate. I just rather
It's okay. It's appropriate. It's okay.
So what's Hamilton?
You ain't watched Boomerang?
You ain't watch Boomerang?
Oh, her toes.
Yeah.
My Lord.
That's one of my favorite movies, but I just didn't catch the reference. I'm sorry. Slow mo.
You know, he pulled the covers back. He was like, "Whoa!" And he kind of eased out of the bed. Yeah.
Right.
Hammer time. I'm just using it as an example. But
the mayor says, I believe that social media and reality TV has created unrealistic expectations for relationships.
Absolutely.
And listen, that is major.
But if you're allowing those two entities to influence how you date and who you date, you're the problem.
Exactly. I was gonna say that it's not social media fault. It's your fault. It's your weak-minded fault.
Come on, Erica, tell them what it is.
Social media fault. I agree with Ed though. Dating is not hard. It's the people who make it hard. I also agree with one of the things on here. You mind?
Go ahead.
It said desperate for love. I don't want to say desperate for love. I want to say people want to move stuff so fast. Like Caleb said, it's like the friendship root is always missing. Like I don't like we could get to know each other. You know, we can hang out. To me, that's where dating. That don't mean my whole world have to stop when you do this. Like you're not my husband. So it's kind of like I think people get like unrealistic in the dating aspect because they wanted to move so fast. They want to move like a married couple, and you just got my number a week ago. And it's like we're not about to move like that. Like, you're not about to come to my house. I'm not about to be cooking for you. No. We're gonna build to that. Like first, we just need to slow it down and just get to know each other and have some hangouts. Let's go walk in the park. Let's go talk. Like, let's have a deeper conversation. Like they say the effective communication, but sometimes I realize people can communicate effectively. It's just people communicate on the surface level. And
then it's not effective then.
They could communicate effectively like this. Like, hey, if I missed your call, I could tell you this. Like they can communicate in those type of aspects, but they are not deep communicators. And those are just some people are just like that. Some people have that mentality, what goes on in this house, stay in this house. So they don't give you deep stuff.
But I'll say get creative with how you communicate. Like I created a whole question game that I do when I'm dating somebody. Like I put it in game form so it breaks the ice. Because you have questions that you want to ask people when you first started getting to know each other. So I just say like just use your brain, man. Like get creative with how you do stuff. There's no formula, there's no guideline, there's no you know what I'm saying? There's no step-by-step thing on how you get to know somebody or how you date. Like just go out there and do it.
I want to say what my sister just said, and that is true. Young people are extremely impressionable, and it has caused havoc. And I say that to say this. You guys just said how social media has created a false reality. And there was this couple on social media, right? And my little niece really liked this couple, right? And she sent me the couple because they got engaged on the yacht, and Monica sung to them. I had literally just saw this. I promise 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, the couple was arrested. And they were arrested and going to trial. And I send it back and I'm like, and this is why these couples cannot be couple goals. You don't know how they're getting their money. You don't know what they're doing. And that's why we have to, not be moved by what we see. Like we have to stay focused on our goal and what we want to accomplish and what we want to do, whether it's accomplishing in the love area, in the financial area, in the career aspect, whatever, even in what we want to accomplish as being Christians. We have to walk our own line. But to get back to dating, I do agree with Ed. Dating itself is not hard. It's the people that makes it hard for various reasons. And we just gotta, when people are not for us, just go ahead and swipe left.
And there it is. Listen, go ahead, man. Go ahead and spit some game on them, man. What is it?
Okay, because I got something for y'all today. But the mayor did say if you're enjoying tonight, please click that like button. It's absolutely free.
It is.
Listen, it don't cost you a thing except for a little energy to hit the like button. Just a little energy to hit the like button. But listen, I got something for y'all, and
Just a finger exercise. Just a finger exercise.
just a little finger exercise. But I got something for y'all, man. Listen, and all of these reasons here the in this list of reasons why dating is hard, these are factors. These are all factors. But one thing that was not in that list of factors is that in dating, people are not flexible. I mean, I get it. You don't want to go into a relationship immediately making concessions off rip. You don't know the person. Fair enough. But if you don't know them, and if you're not willing to make compromises, then how do you know that the other person is willing to make compromises? One of the reasons why it's so easy for a young couple to actually kind of make it is because at that time both of them are very flexible. As we get a little older, we get a little less flexible. We get
A look.
a little less flexible, a little less willing to kind of less willing to conform, less willing to make concessions. And during that time, we don't want to make those concessions. And I think it's in the concessions that we can maybe be able to bring some stuff together, as opposed to it's my space over here, your space over here, and here we trying to make it work. And it's just like, well, how do you make it work together if you're never together?
Right.
So I just think that maybe a little bit more flexibility and less rigidness in the dating process may help us to at least then figure out if that person is the right one for us. I get that you don't want to do it for everybody, but if you find somebody worthwhile and you've been talking to them for a few months and you got an idea of who they are, is it now time to start making concessions and time to start figuring out, okay, can this last any longer? Because as we get older, I mean, doesn't it get more and more tough? I told you, I'm ornery right now.
We love
Is that
y'all.
what